Okay, what's up? What's up, nerds? You're watching. It's been a minute. What's up, nerds? My name is Cory Bergeron, and you are watching Cory Bergeron Recordings. Okay, so it's gonna be a short video. I haven't posted in a little bit, and I just want to kind of try and get back in the routine of doing that. And I've always kind of preached that you should try and make creating content as frictionless as possible, or else things don't get done. So that's what we're doing. That's why I have a half-lit face. I'm here in kind of like an awkward framing, but we're just making it happen, and that's cool. So, what's this video about? Let me tell you. I often talk about the importance of learning, the importance of always trying to be better to everyone. I've seen many different accounts of musicians that have been musicians their entire lives. I've seen people that have adapted, that have continued learning, and have been able to continue making a career in the music industry. And I've also met, unfortunately, some people that haven't adapted, that are still kind of stuck in the world that they were in when they started their journey of making music and whatnot, and that's not good. So I fear that. I am totally afraid of getting stuck of just being stuck in my own time and becoming outdated. In my last video I talked about going back to Algonquin College, which is the college that I attended in 2012-2013, where I took an audio program called the Music Industry Arts Program, and so I was asked to come back and talk to the class and kind of help them prepare for going into the industry. And what I noticed at the start of the class, before I started talking to them, was everyone had their MacBook out, everyone had their iLock in, and like, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but yeah, about half the class were in sessions, like in, whether it was Pro Tools, whether it was Logic, whether it was Ableton, whatever, they were like working on something. And when I took the program, there's a little bit of that going on, but it definitely wasn't the same as it is now, and that is totally the future of music. Since there is very, very, very easy access to all these tools and stuff, you know, more and more people are able to do it, which is great, which creates more competition, which you can look at as a negative, but it ultimately makes you have to be better and continue learning. Anyways, point of the video. So, I am a guitar player. I've always played guitar for over 10 years now at this point, and that's kind of like the only instrument that I know super well. And I've, dabbled in a couple other instruments here and there, but I am certainly no expert. In the studio here, oh, by the way, I'm here at Pebble Studios. Recently in the studio, I've set up a drum kit in here and had fully mic'd up with the purpose of just being able to lay down drums whenever I want, but I'm not a drummer. But this is too good of an opportunity, having a drum kit set up, fully mic'd for an extended period of time, to not be playing drums. So over the last 5 days, I've tried to put in at least half an hour. It usually goes between 45 minutes and an hour of just playing drums. I've had a little bit of guidance from one of my drummer friends, and he's kind of pointed me in a couple directions so I'm not just playing the same thing over and over again. I'm not good at drums, I suck at drums, and I would like to get better at drums because I think it will all around make me a better producer. So as much as I will become a better drummer, the ultimate goal is being a better, well-rounded producer, being able to communicate at a deeper level with drummers, being able to understand, being able to have a relationship, with an instrument that is, again, deeper than what it is now. So I'm learning drums with the ultimate goal of becoming a better producer. I think by learning drums only, good things can happen, and yeah. So 30 minutes a day is a goal I've made for myself. I want to do it for at least 30 days, and we'll just see how far we go. I figured if I make a video talking about it, it'll hold me accountable. And so far I'm actually 5 days in, and it's fun. It's fun. And I didn't realize how much I suck at playing drums. It's really interesting to have already recorded countless drummers, good and bad, and I've been able to, kind of develop like a taste in what I like in a drum kit, and what drums I think sound good, what sizes I like, what cymbals I like, what rooms I like, what type of drumming I like, all those things. I've been able to figure that all out through recording drummers, and it's a little frustrating because now I'm putting myself behind the kit and I'm playing and I know what sound I want to achieve, but man, I suck. But that's okay, because I'm trying to put the time in to learn, and I'm gonna try and my best to enjoy the journey, and so far I am. It's kind of a fun thing to do right at the start of the day to kind of get your body moving a little bit, get the blood flowing, and it's almost like a meditative thing as well. So that's fun. And I want to give a quick shout out to my friend Chris Stevenson, because when I lived with the man, 4 or 5 months back, he is a phenomenal drummer. He's one of the best drummers I've ever recorded. And anyone that knows Chris knows that he plays drums and he puts in, consistent effort every day. And one thing that I really, really admire about Chris is exactly that. Even at his skill level, even when he's, let's call it the top. He would never call it that, but I'm gonna call it that. Let's say he's at the top. He is still making sure to put in minimum an hour plus a day to not only stay as good as he is, but to continuously improve, which I think is very admirable. I don't know very many musicians that put in the same amount of effort as Chris. Chris, making the effort to play drums daily, basically showed me that it's totally manageable to fit into your schedule, and allocating 30 minutes to an hour a day is possible if you want it to be. Anyways, this is me rambling in a half-lit room here at Pebble Studios. I've recorded myself playing drums, so I'm sure I'll somehow edit some of that in to make this video a little more interesting, but the moral of the story is to continue learning. It is important to continue learning. It is important to always be bettering yourselves, and once you think that you are, or once you get to the point where you think you know everything, or you think you know enough, that's usually a bad sign. So that's the end of the video. If you like it, subscribe, like it, comment on it, share it with all your friends. Trust me, dude, they'll love it. They'll love it. Why wouldn't they?